Everybody, welcome to the U.S. Amateur Championship opening round here at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. We're going to do a match with Bruce Choyce as well as Chris Grader. And this is Chris Grader here on the opening break. We're going to start an 8-ball. We're here in beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida, and we will keep you updated as this match goes on. Make sure you go to usamateurchampionships.com, check out all the information on this event. And you can also look at all the brackets for this. This is the opening day, so you can look at all the brackets on compusport.ca. Compusport.ca. As always, we are brought to you by the American Poolplayers Association at poolplayers.com. I highly advise you to join one of your local leagues. Get involved in the events that they have as well. You can work your way to win really substantial prizes for your teams and go to Las Vegas and as well. You know, you can prepare for this event here, the U.S. Amateur Championships, which is just like the best event of the year. It's kind of like the U.S. Open of amateur pool. And we hope everyone's enjoying watching the stream out there the last couple days. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself out there. Okay, we're going to start with the 8-ball. As mentioned. And I'm joined now with the marketing director and co-commentator with me at this event during a lot of the matches, Jason Bowman. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Alvin. What's up, guys?
Always
Bruce Choyce, huh?
Here with you.
That's how we're going to start this party. Bruce Choyce, of course,
yes.
Former champion.
Party people. Party people, here we are.
Bruce was our 2003 U.S. Amateur champion. Alvin, I was going down the roster this morning.
Yes.
I think there is, if I counted right, 8 former U.S. Amateur champions in this year's field. That'd be a record.
It's a very strong
field. You
field.
got David Rowell, Robert Hall, Bruce Choyce, Henry Broke, Brian Parks, Kenny Brisbane, Raymond Linares, Ernesto Bayala. 8? Is that 8?
That's strong, man. This event.
And if I miss somebody, I don't know who it would be because.
And a slew of the heavy hitters that always place in the top 10.
So these guys are starting in the 8-ball rack, I see.
Yeah, Bruce is a great player. I've seen him play before. I have not seen Mr. Grader play. He's from South Hadley, Massachusetts. He's been playing for 12 years. He started playing with his father. He plays APA. He's won over 20 trips to Vegas with teams and individuals.
That's a lot of trips to Vegas. That's almost as many trips as I think I've taken with APA.
Wow, I haven't even been to Vegas that many times.
That's a lot of trips.
Let's see, he's won the New England Rotation Championship. Okay, that must have been played at Snookers, where I was telling you about. I set a TV table up there as well. Cashed in the Josh Tour as well. So that's good. To run the New England Rotation Championship, you're going to be playing some strong players up there, like you know, probably I'm sure maybe even Mike DeShane. Who knows? Okay.
Of course, these guys are racing to 7. I know we had the ladies the last couple of days. They were racing to 5. The guys are going to race. Excuse me. The Open division is going to race to 7. They're going to have 5 games of 8-ball, potentially 8 games of 9-ball, depending on how things progress here. Again, at the table is Chris Grader, and seated in yellow behind him is former champion Bruce Choyce. They're leading off the streaming coverage in the Open division of this year's U.S. Amateur Championship. I'm sure Alvin mentioned here at Strokers, Palm Harbor, Florida. Alvin, the sun went away today.
Yeah, it did. That's okay.
For now. I'm guessing it'll return.
It's still warm.
Still 70 some odd degrees. So
oh, yeah.
No complaints down here.
We're loving it. We are loving it. It does not get any better than this event. This is the best event. Thank you, APA. This is always an event I take super seriously, man. I prepare, and I really, really am driven to execute this one properly over any other event. So thank you for having me.
Looking over Bruce's bio here.
Yeah, he's got a shooting gallery.
Now, when he won, he was out of Orlando. I'm not sure. We'll have to pull up his profile and see
good place
where Bruce is living out of these days.
Yeah, he wrote minimal information on our sheet.
He said USA. He's from the USA.
Good, good. That means he's a pool player for his job when you say that.
This is the first of 3 full days of coverage we'll be bringing you.
Wonderful.
Alvin got rested up last night, so he should be in good shape today.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw an exciting end last night to the Women's Championship. Congratulations to Melinda Wong.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Finally got over the hump and secured her first
jitters
championship in the U.S. Amateur.
Well, I did not expect to see Chris Grader back at the table during this rack as I was listening to you talk, watching. Yeah, you got to prepare for that second to last ball, as I was saying many times about straight pull, practicing straight pull for this event. Practicing that game, you learn how to prepare for the last couple balls, and that's huge in 8-ball. So, pro tip. This is a good, nice 8-ball shot. He's off the rail. He's really just got to. I like how he's preparing. He put his chalk down by the other side. That's good. Going to look at the angle. I don't like how he looked away from the table, but he should be able to make this no problem. Almost rattled it there, but good. Okay, 1-0.
Chris with an early lead here in a race to 7. Looking over Chris's bio a little bit here.
John U. Steve Mazurek, you have forfeited your matches.
What are you looking for, Alvin?
Steve.
Looking for Steve.
Yeah,
Steve's out taking photos. What do you need Steve for?
Just to, well, I'm sure I can figure this out. This is his machine, so I will see what I can do here. I'm looking for the updated men's graphic, or open division graphic. I'm going to get that right. Oops. It's not right. There we go. Okay, we'll just wait for him to come back and then he can adjust things.
He's flipping his number for you.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Wonderful. I'm happy now. Yeah, we need you, buddy. We need you.
All right,
Mr.
Bruce Choyce now at the
not
break.
playing himself here. Okay, what I need is the men's, the open division graphic, and the audio is in the red. It keeps doing this. Let me turn myself off here. We'll be right back with you folks while we work through some setup situation here. Just enjoy the rack. Thanks.
It was how the other setups were.
Are we sure about it? I mean, I know that guy's saying it, but
He's the head of the biggest APA area in the nation.
and that
That's enough.
yes, it is.
Sorry for the. I guess it's on both of us.
All right. Yes, you're here at the U.S. Amateur Championships. If you're just joining us, that's okay. We're just getting started here. You wear a lot of hats at this event, Jason.
There you go. Vacate the post.
All right, you're back on live.
Had to vacate my post there.
Okay.
These guys got confused about who had the break there.
Confusion.
So this
Good
is a
song.
winner break format, and I think they confused that with an alternate break
Yeah.
format. So you can see they got that resolved and have re-racked.
Yeah, I just need, look at the audio real quick. Oh, it was clipping into the red there. And then it says something up here every few minutes. Okay, it looks okay now, but it's still going into, is that the mixer or your, because I think I got this right here. Okay, that's final, so let me just turn my. All right,
Lots
we
of
just
commotion
want it
here in the
to be
broadcast booth.
Clean. All right, Little Red's okay. All right, sounds good. Back to the rack. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Steve. You're awesome, man. Steve Alejandro, who also wears many hats here, running this dual live production. Inside Pool and APA teaming up once again. Billiard
All
channel.
right, so the players have re-racked, and we'll see Chris here with the break momentarily. Again, some confusion there. I think the players were believing it was alternate rack. It is winner, alternate break. It's winner break here. Chris took that first game.
On that gorgeous table here at Strokers. Brand new felt. Beautiful. Those are brand new balls, brand new carpet. Place has been remodeled.
A lot of renovations here at Strokers.
Amazing food.
The
You're
entire
not here.
exterior under construction as well. So.
I'm really upset you're not here. So
I'm right here, buddy. Calm down.
yeah, well,
Right next to you.
good.
Look.
I'm glad you're here.
Look to your right.
Exactly.
Some folks asking about the brackets. Yeah, CompuSport.ca. We'll continue to post it here in the comments section, but you can follow both the open division as well as the women's division that concluded last night. Melinda Hong winning. I think somebody had asked about Ree Brooks. She finished in third place.
When I said I'm upset you're not here, I was talking to the audience,
Oh.
not you. I know you're here.
You broke the third wall.
What?
You never heard of the third wall?
No. What's that?
It's when you address the audience directly.
Exactly. I love doing that. That's fun. I love doing that. Okay. Bruce Choyce loves what he's doing, too. I can see this is like, man, this is going to be a juicy rack here, I'll tell you. Very challenging layout. Oh. Well, that broke them all out there. So now there's only one ball on the rail, two balls. The problem ball in this rack for either player is the 11 ball. That's the one that's going to be tough. So I didn't see who was who on this rack. Looks like Chris is solids. Gets distracting. I have 3 computers in front of me and all kind of other stuff. Jason next to me. Very distracting. And all right, Chris here. I'm just joking, Jason.
That's all right.
I
I'm
love
trying to get this
commentating with you. I know you
bracket
can't hear me,
posted
so
for the
that's why I'm
folks.
talking. 'Cause I know you're not paying attention, so I can say whatever I want and you won't hear me. Oh, man. Uh-oh.
some more discussion.
Something's
I'm
going
not
on.
sure.
Something's going on. Uh-oh. The hand's out, shaking. Well, it's over now. Let's turn up the room mic there to see if they're going to continue on. Everybody acts so professional in this event. It's I've never seen anybody get upset about anything for more than just a few seconds. And that's normal with pool players. If you've never seen that. If you're new to billiards, you'll see the guys kind of talk to each other sometimes. Nice shot there. I believe he landed properly to pocket this 9 ball. The thing is he's really straight on the shot, so he's going to be coming off the rail. He's going to be shooting off the rail at this next stripe in the bottom left-hand pocket. He's going to try to pull some draw and maybe get out there. I see him maybe getting hooked behind that 7 ball, getting trapped. We'll see. See how if he hits it hard or soft. It just depends. All right. He's going to jam it. Okay, he had a little bit of an angle to get down table. He's going to go too far for the first ball. He will land on the second ball. He may be too. Okay, he can simply just. He wants to maybe just draw the cue ball just a touch, one flip backwards, or stop it. Probably just stopping it will. Well, he may go around it to shoot it in the same pocket. Yeah, that's going to be easier for him to control. He definitely has to play that same pocket now. And he's going to have a tricky time getting to this orange stripe here. Yeah, that's where he wants to be right there. So, okay, he's going to shoot this ball first. I don't know about that, but he looks like he's going to get away with it. There's enough room for him to simply just draw back just a touch. Okay. Why not? Now he's going to be at a funny angle, though, I think. Yeah, he's going to shoot the 8 into the side pocket there. That's what that's telling me, which means he's going to come off the left rail and dive down under the 4 ball and 8. Oh, he's hitting it low. What's he doing here? Okay, why not? The only problem I don't like here is he's stretching.
Again, if you're just tuning in, you're watching opening round coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship. Currently at the table, Chris Grader, South Hadley, Massachusetts.
He'll make this ball, though. He's a good shot.
Chris with an early 2-0 lead over Bruce Choyce, former champion, 2003. We've had some folks, Alvin, that have been asking about results and who plays who and brackets and all that good stuff. So if you look in the comments, we've pinned at the top of the comments for the live stream the link right there to the online brackets, so you can get an idea for who's going to play who. If you're interested in results from the ladies' event, you can check that out as well. So that is posted. Again, this is day 1 coverage from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, just across the bay from Tampa.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a great day of pool, and it's day after day after day after day, right? No, 3 days.
Day 3 of 5.
Day 3 of 5. Okay.
Day 3 of
Wonderful.
5. That's how I remember it.
Wonderful. So it's, if you originally get here, it's day after day after day after day after day. Okay. So that's great.
That's
a lot of pool.
Race to 7 here. Again, the players are going to play 5 games of 8-ball, potentially up to 8 games of 9-ball. One of the unique things about the U.S. Amateur Championship, the combination of the 8-ball, 9-ball format within the match itself, really forces these players to be able to excel in both formats. So far, Chris Grader in control of this match here.
That's where you like to be at a race to 7. Race to 7's perfect. Perfect race. I love that. That's my favorite. It's about a 45-minute match playing 9-ball, about an hour and 10-minute match playing 8-ball with this level player. Sometimes just a touch more, but that's great for TV and internet video. This is when you get into your races to 9, races to 11. That's where it starts getting to be a little bit too much for just normal match play, in my opinion. He's breaking from the center of the table, which I don't like myself, but you really can see there's no ball to be made. The side table break, in my opinion, normally will produce a ball. It just depends on the speed as to what the layout will be after that. Okay, so they're gonna have to play on the rack here, plastic rack. Which you can shoot through these racks, they really don't do anything. They're
A lot
so
of conversation early in this match. I don't know if we saw this much conversation in a match all day yesterday with the ladies.
Some players, you know, are like that, from my experience. They're talkers, and every little thing gets to them, and I don't even think they see you there. I'm not talking about Bruce, but anyway. It makes them comfortable to talk, I think. As far as
pockets,
playing, there it is.
One in the side there.
Smooth hitting shot. Yeah, 8-ball, you really got to look at the last 2 balls in the rack first. Where are the problem balls? I mean, really the 7 and the 2 are the only real issues, and he just landed perfect on the 2. He's going to hit this just basically with 6 o'clock English, and it's going to just draw. It's just going to come straight down the table towards the 9-ball, and he should get a shot on the. He looks like he's hitting it. Oh, that way. He's going that way. Okay, that's the other way. No problem. That's what's nice about 8-ball. You can take different patterns, and the more experience you have, you'll start seeing those last 2 balls and what you need to do to get there with multiple option shots. He's going to stretch, which is, he needs to land pretty precise on this 7-ball, so. Okay, he's just going to shoot the other side ball first. That's fine. Just going to put some juice on this ball, I think. Okay, that was a good shot. He just used the 11 as a stopper. That was a really nice hit. Very skilled shot how he played that. It didn't look like much, but it was like a stun shot, a slider stun shot. That was cool. High ball English on this. The only thing he has to worry about is that 15-ball getting caught behind it, which is the red stripe. Ooh, he hit it nice. He might have aimed. Oh, he didn't make the ball. Shoot. Oh, you got to make the ball first. But see, that's where we were talking about the other day, Jason, about you got to do so much with the cue ball at the end of the rack. Sometimes those patterns can help you not have to do that if you can choose a different way. And that's what's great about YouTube, like APA's YouTube site. You can go back and watch all these matches after the fact and rewind certain racks and see, yeah, if he would have went this way there, or, you know, and because you see the same patterns happening over and over again as you do this more and more.
That'll bring Chris Grader back to the table. Chris currently leading 2-0, race to 7. Chris shooting the high balls here.
Okay, so he's going to be going up table and back down table. The 10-ball's his problem ball under the 8-ball there in the rack. He may try to break it out now, or try to come around enough to be able to shoot the ball. He's going to have this is going to be strange here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
That'll give Bruce another opportunity here at the table, again looking to win his first game in this race to 7. The third of 5 games of 8-ball. We'll see these two players play. Looks like you did some camera work last night after we all left, huh? Late night, Alvin.
I was here for 2 hours
working
after.
hard.
2 hours after, and then I came in at 6:15, waiting on Jose to show up this morning at 7.
Putting in some work, aren't you?
I take this event very seriously. APA is #1 in my book, so you guys are great people and deserve my time. Maximum effort. I'm a perfectionist, Jason. I really try to do whatever I do. Driven, man, like you. You're just more successful than me, that's all. All right, back to the table here. Let's see what...
Chris said his dad got him into playing pool. I've seen a lot of those the last couple days. We look at these bio sheets. Even from the ladies. Dad got me involved, started playing with Dad.
Yeah, my grandfather took me into a bar when I was about 3 years old and put me up on a milk crate shooting pool.
Friends, family, and coworkers. That's kind of how we preach it back at APA. You know, those are the folks that get you involved and the folks that you enjoy spending your time with. So I think we mentioned a little bit earlier, but got spring session right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're not currently playing in a league. And
I might do that now I'm semi-retired.
yeah? What's your skill level you play at? Where would
I
you
don't
rate?
know.
I know you don't play APA, but
Maybe like
estimate.
5, 6.
5, 6?
Mhm.
Nice.
Probably. I mean, I learned a lot just doing this job. Just analyzing pro pool players. You
Yeah.
learn so much. Oh, my gosh. Yep, so sign up for APA's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
And I'll
youtube.com/APA League. You can get notifications as new matches come up on there. Of course, we're simulcasting now on Facebook Live as well as our YouTube channel.
Yep.
So you'll be able to go back and watch some of these matches after the fact.
So I was told about some kind of captain's team event that you guys are doing now.
Yeah, that's why you want to get. That's why you want to start playing.
Exactly.
Huh? You want to play in the captain's
Oh,
event?
yeah.
Yeah, we just announced that one, Team Captains Champion. So, you know, team captains are vital to the league
Sure.
working, right?
Sure.
They're the organizers, they're the people that are going to make sure the players are there. And so we wanted to come up with an event that kind of rewarded them for all their hard work, because it's kind of a
Wonderful.
thankless job, right? Being
Sure.
the captain, like there's
Sure.
not a lot of glory that goes with it. It's more work than.
Oops.
And so that'll be in Vegas in August during our World Championships, and another $60,000 event that we'll put on, and $10,000 first place prize. I believe the rosters are 5-person rosters, 3 players playing a match, and it's an alternate. They play alternate games of 8-ball and 9-ball. So it's kind of it's a new format for us. So I think a lot of players will be excited when they have an opportunity to play it. Should be pretty cool.
That sounds great, man. That sounds really entertaining.
Always
How you
looking for
doing, sir?
something new and exciting. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Just kind of trying to keep it fresh and trying to reward the folks that are so integral to the success of the leagues. Chris Grader moving right along here, Alvin.
Yeah.
Bruce needs to be careful. We're getting in the kind of halfway point in this match. It's a race to 7, so
It's a momentum thing for sure. Yeah, I'll be starting to hit them real nice. Yeah, you could tell that both of these guys play a lot of pool. I can see by just the way that they operate.
All right, Mr. Grader up 3-0. Couple more games of 8-ball to be played here, and then we'll switch over to the 9-ball set. Again, just getting underway here at the 2017 U.S. Amateur Championship. 128 players from all over North America, including 8 former U.S. Amateur champions. You're seeing one of them here in the yellow, Bruce Choyce, 2003 champion. Should be an exciting few days of pool. Alvin's going to be here bringing you virtually every round of it.
Every second of every day.
Wow. So be nice to Alvin.
Oh, yeah.
It's a kind of like
You
being a
don't
team
have to.
captain. It's kind of a thankless job that he does back here. Just grinding away, trying to keep the folks entertained. Alvin,
Oh,
they didn't
yes.
flip their card. They
It's
didn't
tough
flip their
action,
card.
but, no, that's okay. We'll get old Marky to go out there and get it.
Mark's night shift
Oh,
today.
he's night shifter.
We'll get Jim Badger, the
Yeah, we'll get old
floor
Jimmy.
manager, out there to
Oh,
get
yeah.
that card flipped.
It is.
But it is a score
Oh,
of 3-0.
there
There
See,
we go.
These guys are smart, man. They're smart.
Right on cue.
Okay, so he's going at the center of the table, smash and break. Now watch all the balls go to the side rails and back into the center. Yeah, he's really going to lay into this.
Physics
This does not make a ball unless he's really just knows how to do it. But I've never really seen this produce much. Oh, he got one there. Okay, so he does have a planned ball. He got 2.
Never speak in absolutes,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just I see
2
more
balls on the break by
not go
Mr.
in. That was good though.
Grader.
His speed was right. He didn't totally smash it. He hit it at about a 7
Now it looked like,
speed.
did he get one of each there?
7 speed. I saw the one go in. I couldn't tell what went in the down the bottom right hand
Yeah, I
corner.
had a little trouble again. We're not right at the table. We're watching on a monitor probably smaller than most of you folks at home,
Yeah, it's,
which makes the coloration of the balls a little challenging
Yep.
from here with the light in the room, but
we'll do the best we can.
about half the balls look white to us.
Yeah, it's. I know it's.
And
a
the other half looks
stripe.
some shade of purple.
So this is the part where he's looking at the pattern and trying to figure out the last couple balls. What's the problem balls? How does he need to attack the problem balls? He's on a problem ball immediately. That's great. Can't ask for better than that. He's shooting his cluster right now.
That's some of the chatters talking about
I
the
look for him to run out.
Team Captains Championship that we just mentioned. I'm going to post the link for you guys so you can kind of check it out a little bit more in depth without us having to go through all the details here on the commentary. Should be a cool event. Very excited about it, though.
Definitely.
There we go.
Yeah, you expect a little bit of time taken by the players at the beginning of an 8-ball rack. And then usually they'll just go ahead and go bing, 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 and get it done.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yep, something like that.
Chris's philosophy is don't miss. Have we seen him miss a shot?
Don't miss. Yeah, I've
Seems
seen
pretty
him miss it.
straightforward.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Can't
Don't
go wrong
miss.
with that.
I
Don't
like
miss.
that. Simple. Oh, he's got a really nice looking table here. It's just basically keeping yourself under control and not letting the super fast cloth. Yeah, see, he's already doesn't like what just happened there. The table was clothed within the last 24 hours, so it's really only had about 5 or 6 hours of play on it. So it's going to play super fast. You like country music?
I like all kinds of music.
Okay.
I don't like
Okay.
to necessarily be defined by one
Right.
style
I
or
see
one.
you over here dancing to this
I
country
just like
song.
music. Feeling it this morning,
Okay,
right? It's
feeling
good
it,
energy in the
brother. I
room.
like
It's
it.
day
Yeah.
one. We're still
Okay.
full
All
of
right,
energy. We're
I'm
on
moving
good.
now.
We all had a good night's sleep. We're
Yep. I'm
full day of
undulating
pool
to the
ahead of
song.
us here. I'd like to see Bruce Choyce get on the board here, make this a little bit
He looks
closer match.
not happy over there.
Well, it's tough when
Arms
you just,
crossed.
you know, we saw it kind of last night in the finals of the ladies event where, you know, you had one player that's just really not getting a lot of opportunity at the
Gets in
table.
your
And
head. You miss
when
his
the
ball.
opportunity arises, there's not much to shoot at. So,
Yep. Now, if you've seen how he flipped his cue around like that after he missed it, that shows built-up tension and can be a reason why you missed that ball is because of that build-up tension. So I see that a lot. The player will miss the ball and they'll just really swing the cue. And, you know, that really should tell you a lot about what's going on with your game right there. That's a super tip right there, my friend.
all right, so you're seeing
I
Bruce
think.
Choyce at the table here. Bruce in the yellow.
Yep.
Again, looking for his first victory in this match.
He sure played in a lot of U.S. amateur championships. I know that.
Yeah, he won in 2003, and he came back to defend his title the next year. And then he kind of disappeared for a few years and then came back on the radar. So
Must have fell in love.
is that how it goes? I know Bruce is
ask
one of
him.
those players that wasn't initially an APA member when he won the USAM, but started playing in the leagues
yeah.
after that, and saw him out in Vegas a few times for various
Sure.
events, Masters, and some of the singles championships, now known as the Pool Player Championships.
I'm sure I'll play in leagues when I get a little bit older and I'm done doing all this. I mean, what a great thing to do if you're retired. I mean,
I play. We
forces you to get out there.
play once a week back at the office. We've got an in-house, you know, inter-office league, and it's nice, you know, just
absolutely, man. APA
to kind of get
provides-
away from the work environment and hang out with everybody and have a few beers and just relax, and just
I
a
got-
way to bring people together. Like anything else, it's a social activity that involves pool. You know, of course, then you get to Vegas and the intensity level jumps.
Oh yeah.
Dramatically, but.
I'm here to give APA commercials, but that was a genuine thing, really. I really think that it's a good service that APA provides.
Man, we think so.
Even if I wasn't
Oh.
here for you. Yeah, that was a butcher shot, man. That's that happens during the first couple racks of these TV table. They'll miss shots they don't normally miss. I guarantee back at his home pool room, we never miss that ball. So the pressure is on. The pressure is on. And these tables play. You got to really hit the pocket, man. You can't just hit into the second diamond and expect the ball to go down the rail. You got to really, really tune in. See how tuned in he is? He's got to. He knows it. Bump the ball. Not good. Not good at all. The super clean, slick felt didn't help either. It's really, they're going to have to really play top-notch pool to win this tournament. This is the best of the best here. Best of the best.
Nice job there by Chris. Let's see what he can do here. Well, it looks like he feels like he's got enough room. It's hard for us to tell from this angle, but kind of separation there it is. But
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he can make it.
not a problem.
Okay, he got lucky.
Chris now up 4-0 in this race to 7. Bada boom, bada bing.
Bada bing.
I feel like Chris was like an extra on Sopranos or something.
Yeah.
Kinda looks
yeah.
like,
Yeah, he
uh,
does. Like somebody you wouldn't want to
Yeah.
have.
He's going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Right, exactly. Somebody off The Godfather.
Well, for
Godfather
now,
3.
he is leading 4-0.
Okay.
Final game of 8-ball coming up here. 5th and final game before they move to the 9-ball set. Again, sometimes that affects things, too, when we see these players switch games. But at this point, Bruce needing to get on the board pretty desperately. We're getting later in the match here.
One day I want to be the pool father.
The pool father.
All right, 4-0 here at Strokers Palm Harbor. And I am starting to get hungry for some of this amazing food. You should too. You should see their Google reviews. Jason, they got about 150 5-star reviews on Google Maps for strokers. You can read and see a bunch of pictures if you've never been here. You can read all the people that say this is the spot.
Certainly a popular place for pool players here in the Tampa Bay area. Really on the Gulf Coast here of Florida, I know it's a pretty popular place. Hosts a lot of different tournaments and things, and part of it is the great conditions of the tables that Jose and the rest of strokers, the way they condition the tables and keep them in good condition, as well as their menu here, right? It's not your standard.
No.
It's one of Alvin Nelson's top 5 pool rooms to eat in.
Yes, yes.
As we learned earlier this week, one of 5. So.
And I got a Diamond Billiards in Richmond, Virginia, man. They're in there. I mean, I got to put them in my top 5.
Oh, so now they're 6?
Yeah,
because you already had 5.
No, well, they're part of my top 5.
Chris Grader with the break again.
It's
from Alvin's favorite spot on the table.
New math. That's my math. They're in my top 5. Yeah, the best spot on the table. Did he make a ball? He made a ball. Okay, so he's got a.
Gonna remove that.
No, he
magic
did not
rack.
make a ball.
I've seen
He
some
did
folks
not make a ball.
ask about the rack in the middle of the table. That's the magic rack that if both players agree, they'll utilize. Basically, it's got some little dimples on it that allow the balls to kind of sit right in their position, and some players more comfortable with that than your standard wood rack. So
this is the problem with that break. First of all, as I mentioned, he did not make a ball. It's not guaranteed every time. Like almost every time the side ball break, you're going to slide one in there. And now Bruce has a open table with a practice rack. This is like you throw the rack out and move a couple balls that went to the rail off and run out the table. This good player is going to get out here. So, and the nice thing about a side ball break is you're going to get more clusters, and it favors a better player that knows how to maneuver through the rack better. So, just my opinion on there. He may want to rethink his break spot for this event. If Bruce ends up running out here, it's almost like just giving him a rack.
I'm going to tell him you said that after the match.
That's fine.
I'm going to tell Tony Soprano you said that.
You know who you're talking to? Tony Montana. All right, Bruce Choyce. He's looking like he's feeling a little more comfortable now. We'll see if he can not jam them like he was last time. Yeah, jamming them, hitting them way too hard, which is easy to do.
Bruce is out of Maryland these days.
Okay.
I had to look him up
in
CompuSport there. So
there was.
Biggest, we got
last time I was there.
One of our biggest areas of the country.
Really?
Baltimore, yeah.
Okay.
So some folks have been asking. Bruce is out of Maryland. Chris is out of Massachusetts. Chris currently at the table in the maroon shirt. Bruce seated in the yellow. Score is 4-2, race to 7. This is the 5th and final game of 8-ball. You'll see these two players play. They'll switch to the 9-ball set.
Wonderful. Wonderful. 9-ball pick up a little bit, because I guarantee these players play more 9-ball than 8-ball. So, and 8-ball is more of a strategy game. It's more of a chess match, so it's going to take a little bit more time than a 9-ball rack. For those who may not know why they're not just shooting all the balls off the table, you really got to think about things. 9-ball's more, there's really only one way you can go. 8-ball, there's 2 or 3 or 4 different paths depending on how many balls are on the table. And that's just about it. Steve, what about that camera 4 too when you get a chance? Unless it's already up. When you get some time. The camera that goes on the tripod. Oh, okay. When you get a chance. You don't have to do it now, but when you get a chance. Thank you. Yeah, we're just getting started here. This is the first match, so we're getting our whole thing set up, and I can get one of the servers to get you in there maybe.
Some tech talk, behind the scenes tech talk.
We're adding a camera angle. That's what that's all about. And by the next round, we'll have 4 cameras. So what's unique about this event, as you kind of as from a technical standpoint, is you have to, there's literally 150 people here in this room. So you have to work on the cameras and lighting with the tide, basically, as the people flow in and out of the room. So sometimes it takes several hours to do one little step. So I don't know why that'd be interesting to you, but hi, Tim. Tim's a great member of the APA team as well, and working very hard.
Chris going to utilize the bridge here.
Yes, the bridge, yes. Good. Yeah, he's just going to have to slide down table here a little bit. One ball in the bottom right-hand pocket, obviously, and he'll shoot the 5 in the side, the 7 in the top left-hand pocket. Oh, oh, I see. That's one of his. That's the 4. I thought that was the 8 down there. Oh, he's a little flat now on this. I don't think he has much angle. He might be able to. He's going to have to thread the needle here. He's going to have to go through between the 2 stripe balls. Nice maneuvering. He went up around it. That was great shot. Highly skilled shot there. Cue ball could get loose. This could wind up funny here.
That'll bring Bruce back to the table here. Again, Bruce desperately needing to get on the board. This race to 7. Again, if you're just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, all brought to you by the American Poolplayers Association. Of course, this event, Alvin, open to both APA members and non-members. I know we've had some questions about that. You don't have to be an APA member to participate in this event, as there's no handicapping utilized. These players play a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. You're seeing the final game of the 8-ball set here. Well,
yeah, he saw the 50-yard line here.
Not what he wanted there.
No, he's going to, I guess he's going to try to shoot this ball up in that pocket. He can do it. This cue ball's going to be moving, buddy. See how high he's hitting? He's going to slice it. Nice. Back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, he's out of danger zone. It went up towards the top, tracked up towards the top off the banks. Nice.
Well, he earned that one.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice shot there. Very thin slice, a skilled shot. Got a lot of years of playing pool. I like his stance.
All right.
Stay down.
So Bruce is
Smooth
now
him out.
on the board, closes out the 8-ball set with a victory, now trailing by 3 games. And he earned that one. He definitely earned that one. So we'll see if that's a momentum shift now, because they're going to switch to 9-ball as well.
Right.
See if Bruce can't climb back into this match.
And let's give him credit here. It's before they started this match at like 10:30, right? 10 on, let's see, we've been going 49 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, this is really early pool player time. This is like getting up at 3 in the morning, 11:23 a.m. So, I'm just joking. Some players it is, though.
Not sure.
Oh, yeah,
Players
just
gonna
getting warmed up.
Taking a quick break there. a few balls off the table here. And we'll start playing some 9-ball.
Ready for 9-ball. Way less options here. It'll be 2 to 3 minutes a rack, probably 4 minutes.
They do got some
Really
country music
getting down
kicking in
over
there,
here.
don't they?
Yeah, Jason's like getting
A
into
little
this.
Garth Brooks going on.
Yep. Starting to bob my head a little bit. Doing a little tap. Tapping my foot a little bit.
I never realized till I lived in Florida how much country music there is down here.
So much country down here.
Which is all right, you know. But I'm from Missouri, so you know I moved down here and started hearing all this country music. I was like,
Ohio,
whoa.
same thing, man. Same thing.
A lot of cowboys down here in Florida.
Florida.
Do like the country music though.
Oh yeah.
There's the man himself. Look at him.
BP, big. Uh-oh.
Look at him.
Looks
He's
like
looking serious.
Man,
you just see Brian Parks rolling in, looking all serious.
It looks.
I think that was Raymond Linares right behind him.
Oh yeah. What's up, Ray?
There's Raymond.
All right. Thank you.
Some of the big dogs starting to roll in the strokers here.
Yeah. We're missing camera 2.
What angle did I just give you?
Camera 2. It just needs cycled, maybe something.
Kind of interesting when Brian walks in the room. You see a lot of folks like kind of turn their head.
Oh yeah, he's
like a celebrity here.
He's the mark, man. He's the mark. Stevie's hard at work trying to get us another camera here. It's blue.
Bruce with the break in 9-ball.
Not there yet. Not there yet. Maybe unplug the HDMIs and see if they got static. There, the SDI cable. Yeah, that'll do it sometimes.
Welcome back, Raymond.
Nothing there. Here, talk for a couple minutes while I try to fix this camera.
Got a special guest joining us, Raymond Linares, 2010.
That's right.
Am I right?
Yep.
So there's 8 of you guys here this year, buddy. 8
Oh,
former
good.
champions.
Well, you know, that's what we
It's a record field for us.
Is
yeah.
it? Oh, that's interesting.
We got a former champion at the table right now, Bruce Choyce here.
Oh, awesome.
Trailing 4-1.
I think I actually got to. I may or may not practice him the other day. But
So what's up with you, Raymond?
quite a bit. Recently married last year, so
Congratulations.
that's awesome. Yeah, and been working quite a bit. I have a production company taking up the majority of my time, but it's been an awesome season after the hurricane because we had that month and a half ago or 2 months ago now.
Irma.
Yeah, so after that we've been kind of full steam ahead, and now I've been able to figure out how to balance the work-life thing, and I'm getting to play more pool, which is really exciting for me.
Cool.
Because it's a big part of who I am. So the first 6 months of the year I really didn't pick up my cue, but last 6 months has been the opposite. So
Well, you're here, so you must be playing fairly well.
I am. I actually had a really good, tough qualifying match to get to the Nationals. Shout out to Dan Hines from, he's in the Brevard County area in Florida.
Okay.
Really good player. We went double hill and a race to 11. Epic match. You can see it online, but fun to make it back again because I haven't been here in a few years.
It always amazes me when I see you guys that have won in the past that are able to get back here. And so frequently, it seems like.
Yeah.
Just curious from your perspective, what brings you back? I mean, you've obviously won the event before.
Right.
So you've kind of been there, done that. What is it that brings you guys back each year to play?
I think part of it is redefining how to be successful after you've been successful. And this tournament is very challenging. The thing that I find that drives me is that in 2010 when I came, I was ultra prepared. I was playing a lot in the local regional tours, traveling and trying to play pro events as much as I can, playing a lot of pool. But I was also living at home and going to school. So really my main focus was pool and school, you know?
Right.
So I came, really strong, really ready. Since then, I haven't been able to. The following year, school, I was in the thesis part of my film program, and it was super demanding. I couldn't find time to play. And the following year after that, I got a little sick, and I played a little bad in the tournament, but also just haven't been able to find the time to practice enough to be ready, because even though it's an amateur event, there's some top talent that comes, and it's not like, it's not like it's a walk in the park to just win any tournament with 128 players or more, So for me, it's trying to get back to the point where I can kind of show what I can do at my full gate and do it at this level, because this has been a great platform for me. I launched a website to kind of brand myself as a player and show my credentials and add value to my sponsors, people who like hook me up, like
Awesome.
OBQs and Hustling USA have been taking care of me, and now I've had more sponsors come on board just because of my past success, and part of that is because of the APA and the U.S. Amateurs. So
Nice.
yeah, no, it's for me, it's just kind of, I always want to get better, and then of course getting an entry fee to the U.S. Open is a big deal, especially now because the entry fee's gone up. It used to be 500, now it's 1,000. So
Right.
For us players that always kind of value competing against the better players to get better ourselves, that's a huge opportunity.
Sure.
So
Of course, you're talking about the winner of this event advances to the U.S. Open
right.
next year. One of the perks of winning.
Yeah, and one of my big ambitions as far as like being a player it's to go deep in that event and try and win one in the future. But I mean, it's getting harder and harder. So it's just something to always try and push yourself and grow and stretch.
Right.
So
So Chris Grader's going to take the first game of the 9-ball set. He's going to take a 5-1 lead.
oh wow, awesome.
Curious who you're paying attention to on the
Nobody.
bracket. I mean,
Nobody.
just it's all about you and your game.
Well, I just never look at the bracket.
Okay.
It's funny because I had a friend of mine, somebody I'm friends with on Facebook, message me about my first round draw, and I had to tell him I don't look at the bracket intentionally because to me it's an extra distraction.
Sure.
You could sit here and try and permutate and if this person wins and that, but ultimately it's not gonna benefit your game or anything. You're not gonna play better because you know that 2 rounds down the line you have to play somebody else. You know what I mean? So
Right.
For that, I ignore it. I don't pay attention.
So
to it at all.
you don't know who you play in the first round?
Well, I do because he
You do
messaged
now.
me. But unfortunately, my buddy who I have to play in the first round is ill and he can't make it, so I basically have a first round.
Oh,
bye.
no. So who is that in the first round?
Dave Uwadi.
Oh, he's
a
not here.
Former semifinalist.
Well,
I think.
sure, yeah, I know David. Okay.
Great player, and
Well, we're sorry
also
to hear
from
that.
Miami. And well, I'm not sure if I'll be here that long, but yeah. No, but yeah, I really have learned that it doesn't really do much for me to look through the bracket, and I've just never done that. So I
Okay.
just worry about it one step at a time, one match at a time, and try and control what I can control to be ready when the time comes. So it looks like a decent break there, and he made the 1 on the side. And he might get a little kiss. Is that the 2 over by the left-hand side?
It's a little challenging to decipher the ball color.
The color, yeah.
We've been struggling with that ourselves. But
Yeah, well, it looks like that's a 2 over the side, and then the 3 down by the head rail. So really, it's just about getting position because the rest of the balls all kind of connect. 6, 7, 8 connect. And if he can get good on the 4, then he can either play the 5 in the side or the 5 in the corner. And then he would just have to get on the 6 on the side.
they're utilizing that magic rack. Are you a fan of the magic rack? You like it?
Yeah, I'm from Florida. It tends to be that we in Florida like the rack your own thing just because table conditions can be challenging and it's hard for an opponent to give you a good rack sometimes just because of that. So I'd rather be in control of that element. But I think the magic rack is as neutral as you can be in the racking environment, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And if I'm going to let somebody else rack the balls, I'd prefer they have the magic rack, at least for I think especially in rotation, the break is more important and the rack is important. So you just want to have like a fair kind of even playing field when it comes to the rack.
Sure.
Because I feel like I rack the balls better than most players too. So if I'm racking for somebody else, I'm giving myself the handicap of racking for the other guy.
Right.
So I hate the thinking about that. But I like the magic rack. I don't think we have the magic rack for the 8-ball though. I think we just have 10-ball magic racks up there. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. I think it eliminates a lot of the gray area stuff about the rack, and people may not kind of fully understand the dynamics of what's going on with gaps and with speed and where to break from and direction. So you just like kind of just square it all up with the rack and then
I'd say we've seen about 50-50 from the matches that we've seen streamed. Some have opted to use the wood rack. Some are sticking with the...
If we use wood rack, I kind of like the rack your own thing, especially in the rotation and stuff. But it's just, ultimately you just got to get up there and run out once you have the opportunities. So.
This is Bruce Choyce at the table here in yellow.
So that ball slid in. I think this is brand new cloth, right, because of the light situation?
Yeah, well, the tables were all refelted, right before the event. But yeah, I guess you heard about the light that came down the first day at the ladies' event.
Well,
so this table was refelted yesterday.
I say that because on table 4 that ball wouldn't have gone because it's a little bit set, like a little bit broken in.
Right.
And it's also, I think, a little tighter pocket, but it might have bounced out on that table. But this table looks like it took it, and he hit a good pocket speed. So.
Have you had the chance to practice on some of the tables?
Yeah, I got here Tuesday,
okay.
And I played for about 5 or 6 hours on Tuesday on a Robertson and on a diamond, and then Wednesday when the women's event started, I hit some balls over at Crooked Q.
Nice place over there.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's a nice little setup. They have some Gandies and some diamonds. You don't see many Gandies anymore, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, it looks like he's got a weird shot here on the 4. I'm not sure if he can if he goes rail first and pinches it with draw, he might be able to stick him right there and get the cue ball behind the 5. Looks like he tried to do that, but he sold out the speed of the shot. And he's calling a foul. I'm not sure if that was a foul, but he's not contesting it. So, but that was the right shot. If he would have been able to pinch in there tight and grab the 4-ball full and just stop it, then he could have banked the 4 away 1 rail, and if he would have gotten far enough up table, then he would have had a good safety from there.
Have you ever played either of these guys?
I have not. No,
really?
It's my first time seeing.
I know Bruce used to be out of Orlando, but that was several years ago. Bruce Choyce, who's at the table now, used to be out of Orlando when he won, but that was 14 years ago. Wow. So I know he's out of Maryland now. So
yeah, that's before I even started playing pool. So. Well, the 6 is a problem nudged up here against the 9. And he's going to be moving fast away from the 5. So if he just bears down to make the 5, then he's probably going to go long rail, short rail, and depending on what English he uses, he's going to go long rail either close to the side or above the side. So he's got to avoid that if he goes high ball. Looks like he's coming over the top of it and shooting it in the corner. Oh, he went for the bank. What a shot. Yep, it was straight in on the bank. So a lot of times you don't see players rear back and fire at that ball. But
right.
I guess he figured. Is he up 5-1?
He's down 5-1. So I don't know if he's
okay.
Kinda
So he's trying to really fight back and get a few beats back on his score. Well, that was a good shot.
Taking some big swings at this point.
I kind of like that option too because you can break open. He got a little unfortunate. He got a double kiss, so he didn't really get the separation he wanted. But but that was a good chance to try and do that.
Right.
know? So that's a good observation there. If he, if you're going to swing at it, that was a little bit of a complicated shot. He had to make the bank and then try and break open the balls. I think he gave himself a good chance. He just got a little bad roll. He got a kiss there.
Bring Chris Grader back to the table. Chris currently leading 5-1 in this race to 7. Again, opening day or opening round coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship here at Strokers, Palm Harbor, Florida.
That's a good shot. He hit that ball nice. Chris is kind of comfortable here in this.
He's definitely looked confident to us.
Mm-hmm.
The early lead obviously helps.
Sure. Especially first round, it's like you want to have a positive start to your event.
Sure.
And, you just want to feel like you're imposing yourself during your innings on your opponent and not reacting. So he looks like he's doing a good job of that, and he'll probably shoot the 9-ball up table in this configuration is down table, but he's going to shoot it down towards the bottom right-hand corner as we look. And this will be for a 6-1 lead, right?
Yes, sir.
This will put him on the hill, too. So did they start playing 9-ball, or did
they started in the 8-ball set.
Yeah, okay.
5 games of 8-ball.
Right.
So this is their first game of 9-ball. Second game of 9-ball.
Second game of 9-ball. Oh, good shot.
All right. Chris Grader now leading 6-1 over Bruce Choyce. He's on the hill. What's the mindset, Raymond, of a player when your opponent is on the hill and you've got such a hill to climb? I mean, is it just try to get one game, try to get one game, try to get one game?
Part of it is how you feel emotionally. So if you're angry and upset and stuff, that you have to resolve that issue first, with yourself.
Right.
To put yourself in a position to even start making positive gain in the match. And then after that, you have to decide whether or not you want to win the match. Because you have to mentally say, okay, am I going to give every inning the mental approach that I'm going to try and win this match? 'Cause you can go into give up mode and not care,
right?
And then just flag it in. Doesn't matter what you do. So you got to have those two things in check. You got to be, you know, ready to kind of grind it out and decide that you want to go after it and try and win. And then you just take every shot and every inning one at a time. You know, one game at a time until you start getting close, and then just be smart. And your opponent's going to feel a lot of heat if you start inching in. You know, if you get to like 6-4,
start creeping into their head a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
because then, you know, if you start introducing doubt into their mind and then they miss a key shot, then that's when you really got to bear down and get out, because now you're going to start punishing them. And, you know, it happens. It's a short race. Race to 7 is not, a 6-1 lead is not insurmountable, especially winter break. If it was alternate break, it'd be more difficult. But even in alternate break, I've seen 6-1 leads turned around in double hill matches.
Sure.
People breaking their cues and stuff. Whatever.
Of course, this is double elimination. It'll be double elimination until the final round when it's single elimination with an extended race.
Right.
Chris sizing up the table a little bit here.
I want to give a quick shout out to Matt Kenefick from Chalky Sticks up in New York. We're working on a cool podcast project with him, doing some cool stuff.
You were talking about your production.
Yeah.
Your production company. What's that about?
So I do a lot of commercial video stuff for clients, websites, brands, whatever. So now I'm trying to set myself up where I can combine that and use it to promote pool and, you know, do some cool video content for people online, since
nice.
I have that skill set, and it's two things I really love to do. So
yeah.
I also want to say shout out to OBQs, my main peeps out in Plano, Texas. They're awesome.
That's what you're playing with, an OBQ?
Yeah, I've been playing with an OB shaft since 2008, so like 9 years now.
Nice.
Yeah, they're awesome. So I still have the first generation brake cue. I kind of like never want to change it. so it works for me. So it looks like Chris has an opening here from a good position after a safety in the beginning of the rack. All he's got to do is make this one. And I think he's going to get a good position. Where's the 2 ball? I think it's, let's see. Oh, he played safe again. I hit a little full, so I thought he might have gone and swung at that ball, but it must be that the 2 is hard to get shape on, so he decided against it. So he's got the 1 in front of the pocket. Bruce has got to just, you know, take his time and remain composed and go after every inning. Try to get the most value he can.
So you said you're going to have a first round forfait.
Yeah.
So when will you play? When will you actually get on a table?
I think the 7 o'clock round or 7:30.
7 o'clock. Okay. So you gotta. How are you gonna stay fresh? Are you gonna stay in stroke? You gonna go shoot some pool down the road, or?
I might. I hit some balls in the morning here just to get in the space, and then I had breakfast and stuff, and then I might go down. I might go back to the room and just rest for a little bit, and then maybe practice for an hour or so at the other room. So that's a nice shot there. High ball. I got a favorable bump. I think he's clear in the side. Oh, he's got the 4. So that actually helped him, because he can, if he can get straight on the 5, then he can follow close to the 6 and shoot the 6 down the rail. And I think we'll probably see him get out here if he can get good shape. Well, he's on the inside of the 5.
Raymond had a question here on what kind of tip you use on your cue.
I've actually been playing with On Tips from On Tips USA for the last year or so. I use specifically the Cyborg Quick tip. It's awesome. I used to play with Everest for like 8 years, because that was the standard tip that OB put on their shafts, and I liked it. But in my experience, they started getting really hard too fast in the life of the tip. Something changed, I think, in the way they produced the tip or something. But for me, a lot of tips were getting firm too quickly, and it was causing me some extra miscues and changing the way I had to hit the ball to do the same thing. So I wanted a tip with more grip and feel, and I found the Cyborg tip, and I really, really like it, man. It's pretty low maintenance. It's super consistent. Grabs the ball, and it lets me play the way I want to play, you know.
Nice.
So I like it a lot. And it's not a super expensive tip, which is good. It's not like a $40 tip or anything, and you know, they take care of me and hook me up with some tips. And a bunch of my friends who are good players, and they've always played with like La Pros or certain layered tips, or just like, you know, old school style. They like the tip too, so that's nice. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I like them a lot. I play with them, and then I break with their cell break tip. It's really nice, like a composite resin thing. Nice out there on the 9.
Bruce
Shot.
Choyce staving off elimination for now.
He's trying to flirt with that corner pocket.
Picks up his second win.
Yeah, that's important, just to, you know, have an easy out and just go ahead and do it, you know. So we might see him take a break here. Let's see what's up. He might pull the old bathroom break move.
How does that? We see that every now and then, the old
Yeah.
bathroom break. How does that factor into things?
It's
You just feel like your opponent's getting some momentum, and then you.
it could be like, even if you're winning and you feel your opponent's getting a little momentum and you feel like you're dogging it a little bit and you just got to, like, just clear your head for a second.
Step away.
Yeah, then you could take your break and just kind of get yourself in order. Or if you're winning too, if you're up two or three racks and you know you want to, like, make your opponent think about, oh, I missed that one ball I shouldn't have missed, and you can maybe give them some time to stew. And it's a subtle tactic, but you know, it's part of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Some
all mental.
Some inside baseball here on the inner workings of the
human mind
competition
is
here.
a terribly complex thing. So it
Yeah.
could mean a lot to somebody. It could mean nothing. So you never know.
Again, if you're just joining us, you're seeing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship, Day 1 from Strokers here in Palm Harbor. I'm Jason Bowman. I'm joined by Raymond Linares, 2010 U.S. Amateur Champion. Raymond will be competing with 7 other former U.S. Amateur Champions. Of course, you're seeing one at the table currently with the break, Bruce Choyce.
This is an important break for him if he can get a ball down. That'll do a lot to settle him. You know what I mean? Let's see. It looks like he's dry. 3, 6, 9. Yep, he's dry. So we'll see if Chris can just put him out of his proverbial misery, I guess. We can just close out the match. Sometimes if you have this opening shot and you're up, you can get a little complacent and not knock it in, and, you know, or just, yeah, it's a tough shot. You have to jack up and count for the side. You have to probably stun over. I think if you just want to make it, you can just roll it. So we'll see how he decides it. It looks like he's going to stun it across. That's a great shot. That's a really comfortable looking stroke. So he's, oh, he might have overrun position just a hair. Can he see the 2? Oh yeah, look, he's a little, he hit that ball so nice too. Yeah. I think there you had to, the stun brought you a little close to the side, and he kind of like half stun, half rolled it because he wanted to make the ball, but the, you know, table's running a little fast. He might curve it just a little bit. Yeah, just like that. That's a great recovery there. He had to curve it just a hair, and he made a great hit. He looks like he's hitting the balls really cleanly, and he, you know, he's doing a good job of just managing his inning here.
Some more questions. That that plastic device that you saw on the table, folks, is the Magic Rack that some of the players are opting to use. If both players, it's my understanding, agree to use it, then then it is allowed. So
yeah. So he is a kind of full. I think he might just play high ball and come play the 5 in the side, because it's, I think with the slippery table it's gonna be too hard to oh well, he got, it's kind of hard to get all the way over, you know, because you want to make the ball, but he did get a good job, of getting over. Now he's just gonna slide over to the side and maybe back out depending on the angle he has. He'll probably come out and across. Yeah, back out. Let's make sure he doesn't get bit by the 9 there. Well, he's looking really good. So all he's got to do is follow to the head rail and just get past the 9, and it should be smooth sailing. Ideally, he'd stay underneath the 7 so that he can, you know, naturally either draw back for the 8 or float up table and get position on the 8. But he should be out. He's just got to worry about getting past the 9 with the high ball. Yeah, just like that. So he played the safe angle there just to stay on the bottom side of the 7. And we'll probably see him stun to the head rail and spin to the side rail, and ideally get pretty close to straight in on the 8 with a little angle so he can stay off the rail for the 9. Yeah. He hit a little full. He's going to have a little bit longer shot, and I think he doesn't, I think you see him like, you know. But it's, he should make this. He's hitting the ball really nice. You just got to stop the cue ball really.
The noon round. We have a few tables available.
Nice shot. And
Just one ball remains for Chris.
yeah, you just got to bear down and make this ball and just hit it with a good positive stroke. Don't jump up. I kind of wait till the announcer finishes talking here.
Right, yeah,
You know what I
if
mean?
you're hearing in the background the kind of the table assignments being called out, but Chris is going to go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, he's just gonna roll it in, and he hit a good.
Not a problem for Chris. Takes that victory, 7-2 over Bruce Choyce. He's going to advance.
Good showing from Chris.
Bruce will hop over to the one-loss bracket and he'll have to work his way back.
Right.
Raymond, we appreciate you joining us, buddy.
Thank you very much for
keep,
having me.
We'll keep
Yeah.
our eye on you. Maybe come back and see us again. I know Alvin likes to chat with you as well. So,
Alvin's the man.
folks, we're going to take a quick break. And, again, like our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the notifications on the next match. And we'll
follow
see
your
you
players on CompuSport, too. You can follow them
There you
and get
go.
alerts on when they play and that stuff.
That's right. So we'll see you folks back here in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us.